This morning, the North Carolina Department of Education heard a proposal to allow public high school student athletes to make money off of their name, image, and likeness, commonly known as NIL.
And this comes after the mother of Grimsley High School star quarterback Faison Brandon filed a lawsuit against the North Carolina Department of Education. Fox 8 reporter Gretchen Stinger listened in on the meeting. So, Gretchen, what was the big takeaway?
They will be considering to allow the public student athletes to participate in the name, image, and likeness deals, but they want to address a few concerns before they make any decisions.
Cumberland does not need another issue where students will go to the private schools in order to access NIL if this board does not approve NIL for public schools.
The North Carolina Department of Education discussed a possible change in regulations for high school athletes. This could allow student athletes in public schools to have the opportunity to make money off their name, image, and likeness. This is already allowed in private schools. The North Carolina Department of Education says they have a few questions they need answered about how this would work and how these funds could best benefit the athletes.
Anything further could be put in the rule to protect whatever funding is paid, that ultimately it would be put in a fund that would go to the benefit of the student whose name, image, and likeness is being purchased.
But one of the things that they have that I thought was interesting in South Carolina is a proposal is that the money, and this may be getting at your point, Mr. Duncan, I don't know, that the money be placed into a trust fund for the student.
Yeah, I think that's an idea worth exploring. I would just know, I don't know that every potential NIL deal will be in the millions of dollars range where a trust would be a sensible solution.
The board wants to figure out just how involved they should be and where the money goes and who can use it.
I think we also need to take a look at sort of our own really sort of statutory obligations as a state board around this for students. We don't do this for part-time jobs that kids have with their families, right? Kids have part-time jobs. Some of them are making quite a bit of money on part-time jobs, but we're not stepping in to make sure that students are how those finances are managed.
There were talks of looking at how other states work around these regulations.
Check on Virginia's. Virginia's one of the latest ones, and theirs is very minimal as to what, and it might go further if we're going to look at states around us with this NIL. But Virginia has one that might have interest to us.
The Virginia High School League office explains what the regulations are there.
Our policy is not much different than a lot of other states. Schools and teams may not be used in NIL endorsements for student athletes. And NIL endorsement in Virginia is between a student, the parent, and whatever the company is that wants them.
The public hearing is set to start in October. The rules currently set in place will expire by the end of this year.
I have reached out to the attorney representing Rolanda Brandon. He responded with a statement saying, quote, "We look forward to correcting the state board's error and to help our client benefit from the incredible value and opportunities his hard work and commitment have created for his name, image, and likeness," end quote.